that, I thought the first thing that popped into my head is that, alright, the message is...
What's up, all my devil dogs? It's your boy Sean Ali, Strength Corps 5-star General. Alright, so today's video is just going to be a Q&A. I appreciate all the questions that you guys gave me. So I'm going to basically, there's like 30 questions that you guys have. So I'm going to try and be pretty quick, but it's going to be like a vlog where I'm going to vlog with you guys, answer some questions. Vlog with you guys, answer some questions. I think it'll make it a little more interesting than me just sitting here and, you know, answering the questions. That's kind of boring. So I'm going to finish my first meal of the day. Some Oreo O's and protein coffee. So I'm gonna have this, and then I'm gonna answer the Snapchat questions first. I have all these things saved here, so like there's a bunch of them saved or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in, and I haven't even looked at these yet, so let's get started. So first one is from Isaiah.
Hey man, what's up? I just want to know what motivated you to start lifting. Big fan, much respect.
What motivated me to start lifting, to be honest, to get more girls. I'm not gonna lie, when I was in high school, I had a pretty shitty time getting a date. So when I got to college, I kind of said, you know what, maybe if I got in shape, I would get a little more attention from women, and it worked. But eventually it became more than that. You know, I became a personal trainer, and then it became more so about me trying to influence other people into a lifestyle that made me feel so great, you know. So that's what motivated me, that's what still motivates me, and I really appreciate your question. All right, so next one right here is from Sir Adrian, and he basically asked, do I take creatine, and if yes, how much, when, and how? All right, Adrian, so I appreciate your question. Yes, I take creatine every day, 5 grams. I usually put it in my little morning coffee or whatever, but you can take it at any time, man. But you don't have to do all this creatine loading and all this other bullshit. Just take 5 grams of creatine every day, whenever. It doesn't matter, morning, afternoon, night, it doesn't matter. Just take your creatine, and it's really good for, you know, increasing your ATP, giving you a little more energy, increasing intracellular water, which is gonna make your muscles look bigger. A lot of benefits to creatine. So thanks and appreciate your question. Next one is from EP. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, hey Sean. It's been about 6 months, and my question for you is, when are you gonna eat that ghost pepper? Have a good day.
Thanks for your question, EP. So about that ghost pepper. See, originally I'm not gonna lie, I was a bitch about it. Then I was supposed to actually meet them all in Ohio, I think, and I was just gonna make a cool video with like me eating it with them there. Didn't make it to Ohio. Then I went to meet up with John Ken. I was like, okay, I'll just do it in front of John since it was his challenge. Didn't happen. Didn't bring the peppers with me. I still have to do it. It's like a running joke on my channel right now. Like every so often somebody will comment, hey, that ghost pepper though. I think actually somebody else did leave that question on Facebook, so I will try and get that video out to you as soon as possible, because yeah, it's not fair, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit looked hot. Y'all look miserable, and watching y'all's videos, I was like, yeah, I don't necessarily want to really do that shit, but I will. Or you guys won't bet with me anymore. All right, next question comes from my boy Rudy Rodriguez, and he basically asked, well, he said, what up, you know, yada yada yada. So my question is, which whey protein do you prefer or recommend? All right, Rudy, thanks for your question. What I recommend, or what I prefer, is MTS whey, just because it tastes good. It's got a great like breakdown of macros, and I mean, to be honest, I'm all about taste. When it comes to protein powder, I just really, it's for the taste, man. I put in like protein coffee, or if I'm making a smoothie and I want it to taste good, or if I have to drink protein, I don't have to like hold my nose and drink the shit. But I would say that's my favorite. But the best bang for your buck, I would say, is PE Science, because usually you can find it on Amazon for like 50 bucks for a 5-pound tub, or like a 55 serving tub, whatever. And it does taste good. It's very low in fat, very low in carbs, and like 25 grams of protein, which is about as high as you're gonna find. So I would say between those two, those are my 2 favorite go-to proteins. All right, next is my dog Nick Rideout.
Hey Sean, do you believe in a rest week? Like if you're training 5-6 days a week for a long period of time, do you believe that you should take a week off, you know, just to recover and stuff?
All right, Nick, so appreciate your question, bro. Do I believe in a rest week? Yeah, it's definitely important to deload or to take a rest week. For me, I don't really like to deload, just because if I'm in the gym, like I have active rest days where I'm basically deloading and lifting like 50% or less of my max. So for me, it's like I already kind of do that. If I want to take a break from the gym, I want to just take a break. I don't want to go in there. The most I'll maybe do is some cardio, and even that, I try not to go to the gym to do it. I'll probably maybe go shoot some hoops, or, you know, go play a sport, you know, just go out and be active. You know, that's what I like to do. When I'm not going to the gym, I like to use that other time to do active things, just not in the gym. So that way when I go back, I'm refreshed. It's like a new feeling. I'm, you know, reawakened. Joints probably feeling a lot better. I would say to take one probably every 8 to 12 weeks. Like, what I like to do is after I finish running a program or something like that, that maybe lasts like 12 weeks usually if it's a good program, or 8 weeks, something around there. Then after that, I usually just take a week off and then get right back to it, man. I mean, you can do a deload if you really like that. If you really can't be away from the gym, then I would say take a deload. But I've learned it's very important to give your body a rest, man. So I definitely believe in those. Thanks for your question. So Tyro asks, are you bulking or still cutting right now? I'm still dieting right now. I'm probably gonna diet to around 205 pounds. Originally I said 195, but that just seems way too low for me, especially since I'm trying to focus more on powerlifting now. So I'm probably gonna diet down. I'm like 213.6 this morning. So I'm probably gonna diet down to about 205, carb up to 210, and then put on some weight and then try and compete in powerlifting maybe in another 8 to 12 months. All right guys, so that does it for the Snapchat questions. I'm actually about to get out of here and I gotta go head over to pick up my car, which is in the shop if you saw from the last video. We're currently in the gym parking lot. I just finished vibing out to some Future, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to vibe out before I go up in this gym. But I'm gonna go inside, and in between my powerlifting sets, I'm gonna go ahead and answer a couple of you guys' questions, probably from Facebook. Yeah, from Facebook. So let's go inside. All right guys, so I'm gonna this 80% for a set of 4. I forgot my mic at home, so I'm gonna just have to be super loud and answer some of these questions. So we're gonna go with Michael Marcus Day. He asked, what do I think is more effective, having a designated leg day or doing squats 45 times a week? I'm gonna have to go doing squats 45 times a week because I'm a high proponent of frequency over just like high volume for one day. Like, if you're squatting 4 to 5 times a week, that's stimulating your legs, your glutes, your hands 4 to 5 times a week, as opposed to just one leg day. But once you're done, 48 hours after, no more protein synthesis for you. So that's the answer to that question. Tyrell asked another question. What's my favorite show out of the to watch out of the two between Power and Ballers? I don't watch Ballers, so it has to be Power. Lindell Indeek, most embarrassing gym experiences and characters I hate in the gym. The most embarrassing experience I ever had in the gym, I actually got stuck under a bench press when I was like maybe a year into lifting. I was ego lifting and got fucking stuck at like 6 a.m. and was kind of stuck there for a few minutes, so that was kind of embarrassing. The characters I hate in the gym the most, what's good, man? The characters I hate most in the gym, I'll have to say people who text while doing their workouts. Like, it's in between sets is cool, but if you're texting while leg pressing, or you're texting while doing like leg extensions or hamstring curls, or just something where your hands are free, I don't feel like you're giving 100%. Or if you're just texting on a machine regardless and not fucking using it, I hate that shit. So let's get set 1 out of the way. That didn't go as smooth as I wanted, but whatever. So next question comes from Matt Drummond. If I'm on death row and I get one last meal and workout, what would they be? My last meal would probably be either a pizza with some froyo and a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Sounds a really weird combination. Or it would be some boneless barbecue wings with fries and a milkshake. That might be my last meal. My last workout, I would probably say, would be full body, man. I love working out like all day. So I want to hit chest, back, legs, all that shit. I maybe would think twice about squatting, but I probably would do that shit too. My dog Raven, he asked, what do I think is the best exercise or machine to get pecs that turns post neck? Incline bench press, incline dumbbell bench press, in my opinion, because you're gonna get upper, lower, full range of motion It's the best bang for your buck in my opinion. That's what I'm gonna do before I hit this next set. Brian Thomas, I got one. How about them Titans? I do like Mariota. I'm a Ducks fan. Like, I do like the Ducks. Florida State is always number one, but I do like Oregon as my number 2 team. So I'm a Mariota fan. I think he's gonna be damn good, but it's all about them Patriots, dog. Titans have no fucking chance in the AFC. Let's get this next set. Alright, I'm gonna answer 3 more on my last set, and that's gonna be the last I answer in the gym because I didn't bring my mic and I know it's dumb loud in here. So, Sonny Joshi, my nigga, hey, when that app comes out, you better let me know, dude. What exercise do you recommend to rebuild shoulders that are healthy again? Make sure you do plenty of face pulls and rear delt work, and make sure that you keep your pinkies lower than your thumb, never higher if you're doing any lateral work. Major key. Andre Falcon, if I'm an NFL coach, do I sign Kaepernick? Why or why not? Yes, I do sign him if I'm in a position where I need a quarterback. I mean, he had a damn good year. I think 16-4 was his touchdown to interceptions last year, so he's still a good player. He just, like, that off the field drama type of thing, if he promises not to, like, make that shit more than it needs to be, then I would say he's still a good player in my opinion. Just, he got kind of lost when Harbaugh got, you know, cut or whatever. Next one's from John Cannon, but I'm gonna say that one for later in the video. This last one is, again, from Sonny Joshi. You got 2 questions up in here. Who would win in a street fight? The General Sean Otley, and it's your boy John Cannon. Let me say this, if it was a street fight, I mean, John, he's definitely a little bit quicker than me. I definitely have size working for me. But here's the reason why John would win. I know that sounds weird. Oh, what? You're not gonna say you would win? Here's why John would win. John would win simply because John's the type of nigga that you'd be like, oh, okay, we're just gonna use hands. And middle way through the fight where he's fucking losing, he pulls out a knife and stabs your ass. So John Cannon will probably win that shit. Let's knock out this last set, man. So I only did 1. I was supposed to do 2, but the shit was such a grinder. I was not about to fucking get stuck under the fucking bar. I just talked about that in like 2 clips ago. So I'm gonna shut up, do this workout, get y'all some clips, and then we'll finish this shit once I'm done. Let's get it.
Now I was dreaming about a deal at the age of 13. I was fiending for the meals, I ain't talking Burger King. Some of my niggas in the Ville, all they did was surf things. Fuck scales, I had skills all day rehearsing. Them pretty boys had them.
Alright guys, so I'm back home. Let me go ahead and finish off these questions and end this video. So these are going to be kind of quick, except for one question that's going to be a little bit longer. Alright, my good friend Matthew Martin, he asked what my favorite exercise is for the brachioradialis, and also how to get over elbow pain. He's trying not to lock out all the way because that's when it hurts. I try to keep as much time and attention for growth, but it's still getting painful. Okay, so the best thing for the brachioradialis, I'm gonna say, is reverse curls. That gives you kind of the best bang for your buck. Now, as far as elbow pain, locking out isn't necessarily bad. Like, that actually can help build your joints. It's just that if you're locking out hard, like if you're coming out and kind of like snapping really hard and you're not controlling the weight out, then yeah, that you can lead to a lot of elbow pain. But what you can do to combat that, try and take off some time from anything that's like putting a lot of stress on elbow flexion, or any exercise that you're doing that hurts your elbow. Yeah, stop it and do a lot of stretching. Stretch your elbows out, do a lot of stretching, maybe some myofascial release with like a tennis ball or like a foam roller, and that should help you out. Just take it easy for a couple of weeks. All right, over on Instagram, ICY Mike_88. I just started a plant-based diet. Do you think it's possible to maintain my muscle mass eating only plant-based foods? Yes, you can. It's just make sure you're hitting your protein, because when you're going plant-based, it's a lot harder. Maybe find you a good plant-based protein and just monitor your macros. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit harder because it's a lot easier to eat meat and get your protein than it is to not and only eat plants. So just keep an eye on that. Proye.fit. I still haven't done basically the ghost pepper challenge. I know, EP called me out earlier. It'll get done someday. All right, Cam.Tabor. If I had to live as a cartoon character like for a whole year, What cartoon, action, comedy, anime would it be and why? Honestly, it's a tie. For me, it's either gonna be Goku, because who doesn't want to be Goku? Or I don't know if you guys are fans of Death Note, but I would definitely be Light Yagami or Kira, whatever. If you haven't seen the show, I highly recommend you watch it. That is the best anime I've ever watched. Next question from Barney Thorpe. What would I like to train more regularly? Not necessarily train anything more regularly. I would like to powerlift more, but I think I would like to really work on mobility and flexibility a lot more, and I'm trying to incorporate that, but it's tough. I'm in the beginning stages. I know it's something I need to work on, so I'm trying to incorporate it more every day. Dude, Earl Too Humble 1. Any chance of wanting to compete in powerlifting or bodybuilding, and what's next for Sean? Any hopes and dreams for the general? So I do want to compete in powerlifting. I want to finish this diet out, right? Which I set myself back a little bit being sick. Ugh. But once that's done, I want to take like a solid 8 to 12 months and really build up my strength and then do a powerlifting meet. I really want to do that before I do anything bodybuilding. Just because with bodybuilding, I feel there's so much like that goes into it. It's very emotionally draining, mentally draining, spiritually draining, monetarily draining. Like there's just so much that has to go into it. And right now I just know my heart would not be in it. Like if I went to compete, like I would be half-assing it. And that's not something you want to half-ass. Like that's something you want to really take seriously. So one day I will do a competition. I think that'll be cool for you guys to see. But I'm definitely going to do a powerlifting competition. Now, as for my hopes and dreams, I really want to become a firefighter. You guys know that. So I'm in the process of that, you know, doing the schooling and all that. So that's a big dream of mine right now. I also would love to hit 10,000 YouTube subscribers. I feel like it'll happen. I just want it to happen a lot faster than my social media Social Blade account projects me to get there. I want to get there a little bit faster. And I think my last goal and dream, I really want a family someday. Like I don't really talk about it a lot, but that's something I really want. You know, I had a great family that I came from, and I would just like to have something like that when I'm older. Okay, last question was from my dog, John Cannon. Hey, I might do that shit better than he does. But he asked me what my biggest fear is. What is Sean Otley's biggest fear? I'm gonna have to say that my biggest fear is waking up like later on in life and just being full of regret. Like there's nothing worse than looking back and saying that you didn't do a lot of things that you could have done. Like for me, I want to travel so bad. So right now I'm trying to get my life together so I'm able to travel. Like that's my biggest dream, to just travel to different places. Or like I said earlier, I want to have a family. Like all those things I think about every single day. I'm afraid of growing up, or not growing up, I'm already grown. Being older, being an older gentleman, and looking back on my life and saying, I don't have the family that I want. I wasn't as successful with my business as I would have liked to have been because I didn't put in the work. And I never got to travel. I never got to see anything outside of these, you know, Miami beaches, which are great, but I want to see the world. So that's kind of my biggest fear, just not realizing all the things that I love and not being able to culminate that into my reality. That's actually pretty scary for me. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I've been kind of slacking with the videos, but I got sick and it just threw everything off. So starting next week is when all the good, you know, I mean, all my videos are good, let's be real. But next week is going to be basically when I'm going to kind of roll out a lot of the good, like, really edited content that I have for you guys. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to start posting Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday I may post, but it'll be more like just me talking to you guys maybe about a topic. It's not gonna be anything crazy. Or it may be like Sunday, maybe a vlog from Saturday or something like that. So before we end this video, be sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up down below. It really helps the channel grow. Also be sure to click that bell that's next to the subscribe button so you get notified for all my new videos. And of course, don't forget the orders. Subscribe and share, like and comment, follow my social media. Till next time, all my devil dogs, dismiss.
Partially functional, half of me is comfortable, the other half is close to the cliff, like Mrs. Huxtable. These boys got them hostess and clips, they pack like Lunchables, like white boys in grade school while we ate school-made food.